not going to be frightened by a threat of putting me in prison. Okay, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, but you don't have to fabricate any of it. You don't even have to go through the process of looking for something. Just tell me to go.
At this point, what was going through your mind in terms of your own future, in terms of your career? What was the next step? What did you anticipate happening?
You know, you've got to deal with people's psychology. One of the things I said to Murray Bruce is, I'm a prince. And you need to understand the psychology of princes. The best place for a prince to be is a place where he can be a hero. And at this point, I've reached a point where I cannot lose.
Right.
Okay? I said, if the president brings me down, I'm a hero for having been brought down while defending 20 billion belonging to Nigerian people. If I bring the president down, I'm a hero for bringing him down while defending 20 billion Nigerian people. There was no way the president was going to win this. The only way he was going to win was to sack his petroleum minister and investigate the money. If he did not do that, he would never win. So, yeah, so if the president suspends the governor of Central Bank, yeah, what is that? I mean, yeah, he's the president of Nigeria. It's no glory.
Right.
You appoint the governor, you suspend him, or you sack him, yeah. What is important is if you come out in this kind of battle, you come out and it's a battle to the end.
What would you say is your biggest learning experience from that?
The one point that's constant is that if you're faced with a choice between doing what is right and what is popular, and this is really not original, this is Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations. If you face choice between what is right and what is popular, you must always do the right thing. If you do the right thing, you may annoy some people. Those people might be very powerful, you know, and they could make life uncomfortable for you, and they did make life uncomfortable for me for a while. But look, where's Jonathan now? Power is transient. He's an ex-president, he's in Bielsa, nobody hears about him, okay? Where are all of them? Where are all the people that people were terrified about? Where are they? They're now hiding, they're now being chased, and you know, and the very people who said they were friends, the people who kept telling them the sun shone out of their back and attacking me for this are very people now saying all sorts of things about them. I don't talk about him anymore. There is a new president here, you know, Buhari. He's somebody we love, respect, support. But again, as in my comments on the exchange rate policy, I take more pride in being able to say to a sitting president that you're wrong than saying to someone who can no longer do anything. Everybody can criticize Jonathan today. But I think people should learn to speak at the right time. And if you don't have the courage to speak when you should, then you should have the honor and dignity to keep quiet after that.
I have one more question. There are a lot of young people that are starting out in business in so many different industries, and they will look up to you. What you have done is phenomenal. And what would be your advice to them if they were starting in business in order to not even follow your footsteps, but get anywhere near your level of success?
Okay, first of all, I've never been a businessman.
Yes.
And I think I would be a total failure if I started a business. Okay, I don't know how to handle money. Okay, I'm a banker. I handle other people's money. Okay, but I have no idea how to make money, or how to keep it, or how to build wealth. You know, I live from it. So I never give advice on business.
Right.
Okay, but at the end of the day, whatever you do, and this is basically my father talking to me as a young boy, saying to me, whatever you do, you must first of all ask yourself, who are you? And who are you is how would you like the world to remember you? It could be very mundane. You could decide that you're a person who will not be a minute late for every appointment. And you'll be amazed that long after you're dead, if people don't remember anything about you, they remember that you're never late for an appointment. Okay? So for me, I have defined myself as someone who makes it his responsibility to speak truth to powerful people. And that's what I've been all my life. And that's about all that I'm going to be remembered for. When people, I look at my central bank years, I look at everything I've done in terms of fixing the banks, in terms of cashless Nigeria, in terms of low inflation, in terms of exchange rates, what do people talk about? My $20 billion letter, which is really nothing. It was not central banking. It's sad in a sense, given how successful we were as a central bank and all the awards and all that, but all that people remember was that moment with Jonathan, or the moment I fired bank CEOs. It was always, for me, it's always that engagement with power that defines me. It's not how much money you make. Okay, so if you're in business and you decide that you want your business to make a social impact, and that's what you want to do, or you want you want to run business on the basis of a certain ethical framework, or you want to target a particular social problem, say empower women, for example. I think whatever you do, if you're divorced from a core value and a value horizon, it's meaningless. If you make a lot of money and all it does is gives you a big house, it gives you a yacht, it gives you a jet. So that's what you own. It's not who you are. And that's really the joy of life. It's not the result. It's not how much money you make, but how do you do it?
Thank you. Thank you so much for this interview. You are absolutely phenomenal, Emir Mohammed Sanusi II. I'm absolutely blown away. Thank you very much for joining us on My Worst Day on Forbes Africa TV.
Thank you. My friends have been trying to teach me humility. I don't think you're good for me.
Thank you.
All right.
Now, let's find out what his closest allies had to say about this amazing, inspirational guest.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. My name is Aminu Ado Bayero Wambang of Kano and District Head of Kano Municipal.
Hi, my name is Shahida Sanusi. I'm the daughter of the Emir of Kano.
My name is Olawale Edun, very good friends, family friends of His Highness the Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II.
It's really hard for me to think about him as just an Emir because...
What I would say about him is,
obviously he's my father.
He's a man of tremendous wit and humor.
a humble leader.
He's one of our finest minds.
He's somebody who...
He's one of our most competent professionals.
He's the kind of leader who cares.
He's a scholar. He's a philosopher.
But to be honest, I think if I'm going to talk about him in two ways, I'd say that first of all, he
wants his people to take front seats in activities that will bring progress to their life and to the society.
A man of integrity, because as far as I can think back, my father has always asked me to do the right thing, and he has always done the right thing. He never really cared about the consequences when it came to doing the right thing, and
he often seems to be controversial because he's willing to make a stand. He's willing to take a position, and then it's for others to say whether they agree or disagree with him.
My father has always been the kind of person that cares about giving back. As a father, he never really asked us to do anything in particular with our lives, but then he always said, no matter what you're going to do, just make sure that it's going to benefit your people.
He's the kind of leader who cares much about his people, about the society he's leading, and at a larger level, the country in general?
I think he's a man of his word.
But at the same time, he's a great family man.
I think he made it easy for people to talk to him. And not just that, he's not just a leader, like a figure, but then, you know, every day I hear about different people coming for different cases, not just family members, but then people from villages will come all the way to bring maybe like family issues or property or anything, you know, to him, and he sits down with people and they judge the cases. And
he's a great person to have as a friend, and I think for the country as a whole, he's one of our jewels who can, for years to come, contribute tremendously to the development of the society as a whole.
Just talking about how just I think he is, because I've never seen one particular person come to him to tell him something without him bringing the other party. And I think that has inspired me a lot in terms of, you know, like just thinking about the world and just knowing that no matter how close you are to a person, they might not necessarily be the right person, you know, like he doesn't just take sides. Yeah.
What I will say is I pray we'll have people like him in leadership positions that will be always there for the people, that will always be there for the country, and will come out and say the truth no matter how bitter it is.
There's an old saying that a good reputation is far more valuable than riches. In a world of extreme ostentatious wealth, sometimes the challenge for an entrepreneur is simply doing the right thing when everyone around them is looking for a quick get-rich scheme. Do you have what it takes to keep your head above waters and still maintain your values? My name is Peace Hyde, and this is My Worst Day on Forbes Africa TV.